Welcome back, Captain.
Hey.
It wasn't an ambush, it was an accident. We grabbed jumped to the same place at the same time.
Stars, what system was that? Cheyenne Field.
Pretty much. It got so bad I had to dust off with half my ship dangling in parts.
My family's all in the UC Navy, but being SysDef, I got bragging rights.
All support ships have arrived, Commander.
Good. After we're done here, arrange it briefly. I want all of their CEOs over here as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
There you are. Where have you been? You mean your latest excursion to Neon? I've received the reports about your little foray into Genodyne. Last piece of the puzzle before you go after Crix's legacy. Which means it's time to put all the cards on the table and prepare to attack the key. Thanks to your evidence, we were finally able to convince them to task us the necessary resources. Before you jump to Bannock 4, I need to make one thing abundantly clear. The credits from that Galbank transport cannot reach the fleet. You have to bring them here at all costs. If Delgado gains access to those resources, we might be touching off a battle we can't possibly win.
We've been monitoring the Crimson Fleet's comm chatter in the Crix system. They're gathering allies by making promises based on your success.
As much as I hate to admit it, UC SysDef won't stand a chance. The fleet will become stronger and more unified than ever.
You cannot help but admire their commitment to their mission.
The only admiration I hold for the Crimson Fleet is the fact that they aren't going to be a problem for much longer. I've always known that when it came down to it, you'd do the right thing. All right, I guess this is it. Do whatever prep you need to do aboard the Vigilance, and then head out to Bannock 4. When you return here with Crix's legacy, we'll begin the attack. Good luck. During the end of the Narian War, the money was destined to bolster the Freestar Collective's coffers. Even though we were rivals at the time, and I suppose we still are to some extent, the credits still rightfully belong to their people. After the money is turned over to Mast, I'm certain arrangements will be made to return the money to the proper authorities in Aquila City. The evidence you've been bringing to Lieutenant Toth has been instrumental in convincing the brass at Mast to greenlight the attack. They've sent us support ships, extra troops, weapons, all on account of your role in the operation. To put it simply, if it wasn't for you, this operation would be at a standstill. Our directive is simple. We are tasked with the eradication of space piracy in the settled systems. As the chief source of pirate activity, the Crimson Fleet is our primary target. It's time to dig deep and get the job done.
We hunt piracy all across the galaxy.
Looking for some last-minute advice? Glad to hear it. Let's see what you got.
How's the training coming along?
Training? What training?
Benjamin Bayou, pride of the Freestar Collective. The authorities there have been trying to nail him for a long time. Bringing us proof that he's been manipulating Generdyne from the shadows is pretty tasty stuff. The FC will pay dearly for this. Good job. Any other fragments? Perfect. Komiko's wanted for corporate violations in UC territory, but having concrete evidence means we extradite her and nail her to the wall. I'm sure we can arrange a prisoner trade with the Freestar Collective, make it beneficial for both interested parties. Find anything else? Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it. They're pirates in every sense of the word, but they've managed to get more organized under their current leadership. That makes them especially dangerous, but... anything you can tell us would be helpful. Yeah, I heard they even sent word to some of the contacts you met. They're writing an awful lot of checks they can't cover without Crix's legacy, but we'll be ready for them. Anything else? Damn it. I was afraid of that. I'll warn our ships to use looser formations. Hopefully Durand isn't as clever as she thinks she is, or you can help us take the batteries down when the attack begins. Was that all? Okay, well, if anything else springs to mind before you leave, please let me know. Even as long ago as the Narian War, Galbank used an extremely potent level of encryption on their currency. Unfortunately, the unlocked ciphers are lost to time. However, if you can bring us one of Galbank's old transfer modules, I know it would help. Don't worry, I'm sure some of the techs at Mast will be able to work with whatever you bring to reverse the encryption. Yeah. I figured it was only a matter of time before this came up. The reason I didn't bring up the Crimson Fleet is, well, I was one of them. It's something I'm not exactly proud of. Common ground, but not a common beginning. I was recruited out of New Atlantis by Neva Mora. She said I was making a name for myself, and it caught the fleet's attention. I was thrilled. It was a chance at bigger and better scores and gave me a ticket off-world. Why the heck would I say no? Even if I had, I was ignoring the potential repercussions. They took me in. Delgado ran me through the paces on Suvorov, and before I knew it, I was part of the team. Now I was making some serious money. An apartment I boasted about in New Atlantis became a joke. I even made enough to buy my own ship. I would have agreed with you back then, but when I think about it, I feel like I'm living my best life right now. Everything changed thanks to Commander Akande. The man basically saved my life. I owe him everything. If I've learned one thing about the Commander, it's that he cares deeply about everyone under his command. Look, I've already said too much. I promised Commander Akande I wouldn't talk to anyone about this. All you need to take away is that I've literally walked a mile in your shoes, and I appreciate the risks that you're taking. Carry through with this mission. I promise you I'll be there every step of the way. You come back alive. You hear me?
Those pirates are gonna look like fools when we take the legacy.
Oh, how did your last mission go? I hope it wasn't too hard on you. Ooh, tell me, is it true that you were on the Siren of the Star? Oh, I'm so jealous! Dancing, whining, and dining. Oh, it's almost like you were a secret agent. Did I tell you I once took ballroom dancing lessons? Yeah, I watched a lot of spy shows as a kid, and I learned it just in case I ever found myself in a situation like yours. Now I'm mad I missed my one opportunity to put those talents to use. Really, I could have shown you a few moves. That would be delightful! Oh, can we bring my friend Aiko? She's one of our flashier models. But yes, next time you find yourself on a luxury liner, let me know. I will be happy to assist. All right then.
I woke up in the middle of the night once and found Ensign Betty tinkering with some machine.
Commander Ikande is the heart and soul of Howdy. Someone on this.
Yes, what?
Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
Yes?
Wherever the Crimson Fleet go, we'll follow.
Maintenance crews are the unsung heroes of the Vigilance. Ensign Betty does a ton of work keeping things shipshape.
I saw one of the... You met Archangel? That guy's a real cocky bastard. Glad he's on our side, though. Nah, I wouldn't read too much into it. The fleet hit whatever targets in front of them. Doesn't matter. Most of our operations team graduated top of their class at the Academy. If there's fleet out there, we'll find them.
I can't believe you ate those alien planes that picked up on the last
The
mission.
Vigilance is our flagship. Where it goes, my fleet run.
Yeah, well, you can eat just about anything once.
Everything about the ship just screaming superiority complex to me.
I heard we might see some action soon. Can't wait.
Spending all this time with those pirates couldn't have been easy.
Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. We can be sure to keep our T's crossed. No, I decided to transfer to SysTech. I hear thieves are a real problem.
What? You meant the fleet?
I haven't seen my family in a while, but mission takes priority.
Mole. I don't know about you. People who work undercover, they're sneaky by nature. Hard to read. When I fly, I want someone beside me who I can predict. Boxes by the Marquess of Queensbury rules. But you're a southpaw. A wild card. That isn't it. We've got plenty of green, but yours happen to come from a different farm. Vanguard. But if Commander Ikande says you're SysTef, then you are one of us. For now. Long story. I got my start in the Academy and made a name for myself hunting the Crimson Fleet. I eventually got recruited to do test flights on a star station orbiting Lloyden's Rock. Me and 3 other Archangel pilots did some work on some extremely dangerous prototypes. But I called in a few favors and got back home with SysTef. Someone with my talents needs to be here, where the action is. Yeah, it was. And you can probably guess what project it was for. You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO, a firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best, and I've got the kills to prove it. You got some set of manners, kid. The fleet are gonna eat you up. I cut my teeth on space trucks, believe it or not. Before I got my stripes, I was just another cargo hauler trying to earn an honest wage. But after a couple slick escapes, I got recruited to the academy and went from dodging pirates to hunting them. Thing is, some of my best tricks were with a big rig. Ever try a pitchback with a Hope Tech truck with 2 fleet wraiths on your tail? Compared to that, doing it with a military fighter is a piece of cake. Yeah, I thought you might. I heard the fleet sent you up there for some more pirate work. Even more impressive, you managed to do it without taking any lives. Maybe I misjudged you. That's more than I can say for myself, given the history of Project Archangel. We were testing prototype fighter ships. Experimental engines, weaponry, the works. The 4 of us were the best of the best. Emphasis on the were. I was one of 4 pilots recruited for the program. My codename was Azrael. At the time, I embraced the name. The Angel of Death hunting Crimson Fleet pirates in a prototype ship. But even for an angel, pride always comes before the fall. The official word is I was transferred back to SysDef because the need was great. The reality is I was kicked off the unit. I was so bored on that station, I spent all my time in the barracks drinking cases of smuggled booze. When the time came for my test flight, I was so wasted, one of the others had to cover for me. The engine caught fire right after takeoff. Pilot, crew, gone in a flash. No, they were just doing their job. The only one who wasn't pulling their weight was me. People tell me all the time it's not my fault. But fault's got nothing to do with it. I should be a dead man. Instead, some other pilot took my place. How's the pirating business? So long.
Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
Vigil. My family's all in the UC Navy, but being SysDef, I got bragging rights.
SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
Operations does good work. If any fleet are setting up outposts out there, it's only a matter of time before we take them down.
What do you want to talk about this time? I wouldn't mind a visit from time to time.
Another night at the Hotel SysDef. Please enjoy your stay. Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or a UC captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates on his desk. But more importantly, do-gooders are predictable. The pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I just wanted a good night's sleep. Be careful around the fleet. They talk about family, but it's just a bunch of crap.
always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Got something for me?
Looking good, boss. You'll be back sooner or later.
what's happening right now. You are offering to train Cora to be a... what? Warrior? Soldier?
I would be happy to show her a few things.
I will consider that. Maybe. Thanks, I think. Pressure normalized, and we're docked.
The Crimson Fleet is not to be trusted, no matter your relationship with them.
Need something?